Get the wildin', better watch your surroundings, they really bout it. I been the shit, they like you ain't dropped in the wild, but I got the shit that'll make a dope fiend smile. Extendo bars, up in name, I'ma get it out. Sitting around waiting on that handout to help you out, but ain't none come about, cause he ain't out this bitch grinding. Oh, you want the my piece full of diamonds when you're smiling. I'ma be that young nigga come up flying, I'm the pilot. Shout out to AHumbleSoul.
Check for me one more time.
Check.
Oh, we good, man. AHumbleSoul, we checking back in, man. Another exclusive. We back in Orlando with it. We got an up and coming Orlando artist in front of the camera who's gonna share his story with us. For those who may not be familiar, man, go ahead and introduce yourself to the platform, bro.
Beginning of a new era. Baby BNE. You know, rap game favorite. The youngest coming out the city. Well-known household name, you know, all of that.
Oh, for sure, man. That's a lot of different monikers. You said rap game's favorite,
rap game
household
favorite.
name. Like those some strong statements to make. What made you kind of use them phrases that attach those to your name?
Rap game favorite. Actually, that really came about like the past couple months. Like the rap game favorite. So you know how. So to start off, like Wayne, my favorite rapper, like all time, like Wayne, my top rapper. You know how he just said like he the best rapper alive, and he just ran with that and just like stood on that. So you had to like understand that, like you had to go with it. Like he the best rapper alive. So like the rap game favorite, like I'm the rap game favorite, and I'ma run with that, and I'ma stand on that. So it's like they ain't gonna have a choice but to accept it. I'm the rap game favorite.
What about the household name?
Household name, like I feel like I earned that though. Like I've been out here since I was 16. Like that's when I first crunk up. I'm 20 now. I'm about to turn 21 in July. But it's like I feel like I motivated a lot of like younger artists, like my crowd, like to do what or to turn up, like to get in their rapping bag anyway, like to be in school and rap and feel like they can do shows and like pipe up how I piped up, because I piped up like really early. So that's what I'm saying, like I feel like I earned that. Which is like, and then I had some classics, like I got some household songs, like they consider like West Orlando classics, so it's like household name.
I mean, you mentioned West Orlando, so you a product of the west side of the city.
Yeah.
Like the majority of the artists I done came into contact with in Orlando, they come from the west side, man. It's like, and they champion like coming from that section of the city. Mm-hmm. You in particular, like what part of the west side did you come from?
Richmond Heights. Like Richmond Heights. That's like the heart. I don't want to say like the heart of Orlando, but like all of it, like really the heart to me, because I like grew up all around it. But like Richmond Heights is like in the middle, like it's in the middle. Yeah, but that's like Richmond Heights, like the describe it, like if I had to put it in words, it's like growing up it was like family oriented, like everybody grandma lived there, like my grandma lived there, so it was like all our cousins and like everybody grew up at like they at granny house, like that was like the neighborhood part, like Willie Mays Park, that's my childhood part. I go out there and play basketball, learn how to play basketball, all of that. But like after my grandma passed away, it was like kind of no connection with me and the hood anymore, kind of. We're really not just me, but it was just like other family members too. Like ain't really no connection there, cause it's like, what's our reasoning of going there still? And then when you thinking bigger too, it's like we really ain't got no reason now. So it's like, but you always remember where you come from.
Does that section have a notorious reputation?
Yes.
When it comes to Orlando,
I'll say so. Yeah.
Like, can you break down, like for those who've never came to Orlando, to the hood part of Orlando, you know, a lot of people watching this probably done been to the, you know, the amusement parks and stuff like that, seen the sights and toured, but going to the trenches, like, can you paint a picture of what it's like in West Orlando as far as like Richmond Heights in particular?
Growing up or
no, I'm just saying just in general, like when you say that's definitely, you said it's notorious.
Yeah. So like back then, like it was known for like, it had like this clip like called like the Mohawks. They're like I'm 5 and 6, like growing up, like hearing all this information, like I'm consuming all this information at an early age, and I'm seeing it too. So I'm like, I vividly remember like walking around Richmond Heights and seeing like Everybody with mohawks or like dyed mohawks. Like everybody got a mohawk. I had a mohawk. Probably like at an early age, you don't understand like why, but you just like as you grow. Well, as I grew, I started to understand. But like it was mohawks. It was the mohawks around Richmond Heights. But it was like different cliques too. I know it was cliques way before like my time and too. Like I talked to my stepdad and my dad. They be telling me like the different gangs they had like around the hood. Even like I got cousins. It's like hood legends, like names, like certain people. They just hood legends. Like I got a cousin named Burkadine. I got a cousin named Walt Lee. Like they just hood like names, like just notorious to the hood. It's just and that's like I don't know. That's like my bloodline. So it's like my family, all of that.
So the people who watching this who are familiar with like the west side of Orlando, they gonna know those names that you
like Richmond Heights, like for sure.
No, as far as like the burn, you said the burn.
Yeah. Like as far as Richmond Heights, yeah. Cause Strong, even like my cousin, like I'm related to Armstrong, so it's like even like certain names he used to say like in his songs, like when he was coming up type John. It was like I remember cousin Burkadine, like all of that. Like my older cousins type shit. Like it's like historic. To me, it's historic. Really, and growing up watching all my cousins like who used to rap and everything. Like I got a lot of big cousins who made music like when I was growing up. So that's what I grew up listening to.
Man, so you come from a musical background, like a musical family.
Mm-hmm.
So before you were making music, you were influenced by your older family members who were rapping. Like, so just run down the list of the other rappers in your family.
You got Strong, you got Flay Rock, Young Snake, King Diggy, you got Polly, you got TK, you got, I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of Strong Sons, they rap.
Dang, that's a handful of names right there.
I feel like
it's
it's
50, 20s, man.
Even on my mama's side too, I got cousins who, I got a cousin who make music. Yeah, he sang and stuff too.
Oh, go ahead and shout him out. What's his name?
I think he go by Storm, like Storm 2X, something like that. Shout out, cuz. But I got a lot of. It's in the bloodline. Like, how I forget my favorite one? Like out of all my big cousins, like Monkey. He went by Monkey. Like when he was rapping Monkey Boy.
Monkey Boy.
Yeah, when he was rapping. I ain't gonna lie. Like I be telling my big cousins, like even when I see them, I be like, dang, like I wish they would have like hit the gas like when they was going, cause my whole family probably would have been in the game. I ain't gonna lie. Like rap game had that been a chokehold too, and they still can rap. Like you see, they going. They still go.
Have you collaborated with any of them?
Not yet. I'm working on something with Diggy. Got something in the work with Strong. I've been talking to Flav. We supposed to be doing something. I ain't talked to the other cousins though, but in due time.
Is it a certain reason why it hasn't manifested yet, or did you kind of have to prove yourself to them musically, or it's just the timing?
Yeah, I really feel like it'd be like timing in life, like. But as far as like, I feel like it was a setback on one situation, but I fixed that, but that's gonna come to works. I don't really want to like go into depth with that, but it's gonna come to works. Everything will like fall back and like be a full circle.
Oh, for sure. Well, shout out to all of them, man. You definitely said a few names. Were you tied into any other Orlando artists outside of your family, like coming up? Were you influenced by anybody like you said, the Mook Boys or the
coming up
Tony Boys or with D Boy? It's a lot of different ones, man. I know
growing up, I listened to a lot of Whoop. I like Whoop sound. Like Whoop knew how to like switch that bit. Like even like I like sounds too, like beautiful sounds. So like certain beats, like it just like. You know how you hear that certain beat and you just be like, oh my God, like certain beats. But Whoop knew how to switch his flow. I used to like he'll switch it up, go fast. He probably gonna slow it down. That's how I used to practice my flows like as a young kid, like rappers like that, like recite their words and keep saying it over and over and over. until you get like the flow. Whoop. Of course, my cousins. I listen to a lot of Strong, a lot of Armstrong. Orlando. Moot Boy was crazy. Old Moot Boy, like Titus Boys. Moot Boy was crazy.
Why you have to put emphasis on the old Moot Boy?
I don't really like the new Moot sound. I don't really care for it. But the old Moot was crazy. Like, I don't know if it was just that power sound that they had or whatever they had, like, together. That bit was fire. But, and then I don't know, I can't really say, like, Orlando growing up besides my cousin. Because I listened to a lot of Lil Wayne. Like, my dad played, like, Strong, Wayne, Jeezy, T.I., and whoever else was, like, here and there. But that's what I mainly heard right there.
You made mention to your father and your stepfather, so let's talk a little bit about your household and your upbringing and your family structure outside of the music. So, a product of the west side of Orlando, coming up, what was that environment like for you inside the home? Like, were both parents together, or did they separate? Did you have like siblings around, the aunts and uncles, cousins, close knit? Like, how was it for you?
So I got one sibling. I got a little sister. We 2 years apart. I was born in 2003. She was born in 2005. 2-parent household. My parents got married when I was like 4 or 5. And my sister was 2 or 3. They got divorced when I was in 4th grade. So I was like 9. My mom got with my stepdad. I was still in 4th grade. And then we started living with my stepdad like a little bit after that. So I did always have a 2-parent household. It wasn't like my mom was never like a single parent, like on some junk. And then it was me and my sister. Oh, and then I got a stepsister too. So, and then my mom remarried in 2018. So, yeah, but we've been with my stepdad since 2012. So we was already, you know how you gotta get used to your stepdad at first type jump.
It's an adjustment for you.
Yeah. But I adjusted pretty quick. So and then my dad, I grew up around like all my cousins, my auntie kids, like my dad's sister. Like growing up, she stayed around. It was a point in time we stayed in Pine Hills. We stayed in some houses like across the street from Evans, like all the way in the back. And then my auntie stayed around the corner. So we would go over there like and sit with my cousins, like always be at my auntie house, stay the night, whatever. But my auntie have like, I think my auntie got like 7 kids, like 6 or 7 kids. And we was always over there with our cousins, and that's what we grew up around. Like me and my, those are our bonus siblings.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh, now that's dope. So close knit family. Like, you weren't alone or anything coming up. Like you had a lot of people in your corner.
As far as boys, cause it's like there's a lot of girls. A lot of girls, but tough girls. Like
I feel you.
Fun. It was cool. Each girl like different. Like somebody different. Like everybody not the same.
Did that help you like kind of learn about like dealing with women?
Dealing with women.
Around, yeah. So many or nah.
Even with my aunties and like even my mom. Like I grew up watching how they cleaned, how they talked, like how they treated people, like stuff like even with men, like the men I grew up around, like I seen how they treated the women that they was with and stuff like that. Like I paid attention to all of that. So it was like I caught on to that growing up. So now I know how to treat a woman. Like now I know how to go about everything the right way. I know how much feelings mean, how much like people care about their feelings type thing. So you gotta be taking things like in consideration sometimes.
Oh, it's 100, bro. Rewind for a second. When the separation took place, the divorce happened between your mom and your father. Mm-hmm. Like prior to that, were you a mama's boy or like a daddy's boy, or you had a solid relationship with both the kids? You know how they say.
Yeah, you beat. Yeah. I think I had solid with both. 'Cause I was attached to both.
You were.
Yeah, me and my sister. Like it was never like she over here, we over here. It was always we was like just bothering them both, honestly. They gave both of us attention. And then like, even like we was at my auntie house and stuff like that with my auntie and my uncle, like we had their attention. Everybody had their attention. So it was like nobody like ever got like left out or something. And you feel like, oh, you like doing more for this? No, it wasn't like that.
Only reason I asked you that, I'm curious to know how that divide impacted you, like emotionally.
Emotionally, I was like upset. Like I was in 4th grade, so I was like,
yeah, a youngster, man.
Yeah, like pissed, like in the head. But it was like,
was it any
out of my control?
I'm sorry.
No, you good. It was just like, it was out of my control. But it was like I was angry, but it was like, it was cool because it was like I still got to go with my dad and stuff like that. Just my parents weren't together. Like I understood that, but it didn't cause like no stress or nothing. Like at an early age, like you like just upset sometimes.
Yeah, I'm talking about as far as, so how was that? So you still had a solid relationship with your pops though?
Yeah.
You were angry, but it wasn't to the point where you didn't want to rock with him.
Rock with? No.
Sure.
We still went with him on the weekends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So coming up, you got one sibling, but you still got the cousins, man, the aunt, uncles, everybody in your life. Your stepfather ends up coming into the picture.
And then plus my stepdad family. So that add all the more cousins and more aunties and my
stepsister.
Yeah.
Okay. So like early like baby BNE, man. Are you mischievous? Are you a good kid? You know what I'm saying? You into sports? You writing?
How early?
You crazy to the music? Like, are you chasing the girls? Like just
grade school, like transition middle school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prior to your teenage years.
Okay, middle school. I'm gonna start you off with middle school, like, but I can start you off from like 4th grade because that's what I vividly remember. Like 4th grade, so I changed schools. I went to Rio Grande Charter School, VPK through 3rd grade, and then they shut the school down. And so my mom in 4th grade, I finally went to Catalina Elementary School. Me and my sister started going there. I think she was in 1st grade when we started going there, and I was in 4th. So when I got there, I'm experiencing like different attitudes of like different kids and like all this stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, like I'm in the trenches. I'm with the they rough here. So it's like, but it was cool. Like I adjusted to it, which is like the phase where I start like cussing and stuff at school and like doing mischievous stuff, like storming out the classroom and stuff like that. And then like 5th grade, it was cool. I ain't really fuck with 5th grade. 6th grade, got to middle school, found my clique. Okay, mind you, 4th grade, 5th grade, I already have my clique. Like we got our clique. So the middle school I went to is right on side the elementary school I went to. Like it's a track in the middle. So it's the elementary school, a track, and then the middle school. I went to Memorial Middle School. So like going there, the same people who went to the elementary school all went to middle school. Plus everybody else whoever came to. And all of us just had our groups, like certain cliques or whatnot. 6th grade, I don't know if you remember like 2014, that's when like the freestyles and all of that came out. That was being on the tables, like teenagers, all that. That's when we started doing that 6th grade. Well, I couldn't have beat on the table, but I was always like one of the rappers. So we started rapping like that. 7th grade, we get to 7th grade. This is where we in the bathroom and we like got our phones and we were like trying to record music like on our phones. 8th grade, and then we would like rapping to our teachers in the classroom, rapping to our classmates on lunch break, all of that. 8th grade, we get into this mentoring program at the school. Shout out Mr. Richardson. I'm still close to my mentor to this day. But it's called the Life Mentoring Program. We got in this program, and my mentor was a computer teacher as well. So he knew how to do all the like gadget stuff on the computer, and he showed us how to mix music on a certain software. What was it called, bro? I feel like it was called Audacity for some reason. I don't know if that's what it was called, but I feel like that's what it was called. He showed us how to work it, how to mix the music. We started recording music on these microphones. It was called iReady microphones. Students would use it for like reading programs and stuff. And to speak in the mic, we started recording music on them and started mixing the songs on our own. Started dropping music in 8th grade. I'm making we taking pictures and stuff. Like I'm making the cover photos. We made a YouTube page. We started uploading all the music, YouTube and SoundCloud. the day like I knew, like the day like I had fell in love with it, I feel like it was like I heard one of the girls, like one of my homegirls, she was singing a song like after school. She was singing one of the songs, and like she smiled. I looked at her and she smiled. I smiled, type shit. I get to high school, I get took away from my friends because like a certain situation happened, and my mom's like wanted me to go somewhere else. So I go to that school. I make like new friends, whatnot. It was cool, but I ain't fuck with my freshman year. Sophomore year, all my friends go from the school they was at and they come to where I'm at. My same friends. So we get back to like the ninth grade. We was still rapping, but I didn't see them as much. So we went to the studio like 1 or 2 times. We made like a few songs and we dropped them. They was cool. 10th grade, we actually got back in touch and we were seeing each other every day. So what we did was after school, we would stay after school. Somebody got a speaker. We would freestyle. Like, high school get out like 2:20 here. So like we'll freestyle to like 4:30. And like stay there the whole time till like 4:30 or 3:30, something like that, until my dog mom come pick us up and they dropped me off home. And we did that every day. We started uploading freestyle videos. Something happened and we fell out again. And then 11th grade, I just went solo, like by myself. Okay, they left the school again.
So hold on, man. Not to cut you off, but I gotta stop you. It's 2 different references you done made. So as much as you comfortable with touching on both of them. So what happened around 8th grade where your mom moves you from one school to another, and what happened again around, you said a 10th grade year or something when you and your friends separated? But start with the 8th grade. What happened that made your mom move you from one school to another?
It was like a traumatic event that like a 13-year-old like shouldn't go through. I don't want to like go in detail, but it was like a traumatic event that like fucked me up through like my teen years, like mentally type shit. But it's like, and I'm just not recovering from. But it's like, it's cool. It's cool. Like I'm growing. You know, like I feel like everything happened for a reason. Now that's how I think about everything. Everything happened for a reason. Cause I wouldn't have went to that other school and learned how to like be like more diverse with like my mindset. Cause going to that other school, I met like different students. I didn't go to school with like a lot of like different colored people or like different races. Like I'm meeting like more diverse kind of school. That's what my mom put me in, and it was cool for me. Like it was cool. And then 10th grade, I feel like me and my dogs fell out over some dumb shit. It was like, I think my dog was dating a female, and she like had him thinking some kind of way. But it was like, I think I'm the one putting them on anyways. So it was like kind of crazy, but no biggie. But that's what happened. But yeah, 11th grade, I went solo. Finally started rapping by myself. I was going through a phase where I was trying to find my rap name. And I was going through that for a while. But I finally found something, and I just stuck with Ratchet Rug Rat for a little bit. I changed the C in Ratchet to an X, and I put 2 T's in Rug Rat. Like at the end, I put 2 T's. I was going with that for a bit. I went to the studio for a real studio. Shout out DJ Statman. I just recorded with him, like reconnected with him like a little bit ago. My first time going to a real studio was him. It was like $25 an hour. I did 4 songs. My first time recording in a real studio. And that was, I checked the emails. I actually was looking at the emails like a few weeks ago. It was like July 15th. My birthday, July 31st. So I went to the studio a second time, July 30th, and recorded like 4 more songs. And I dropped a mixtape on that Piff and YouTube and all of that, SoundCloud, all of that on my birthday at 12 o'clock. I remember, cause I had went live on Instagram and stuff, and everybody was like tapping into my music. I dropped the mixtape.
What was the name of the mixtape?
It was called Certified Crank Man. I was going through like, you know, my teenage menace phase, like menace like music wise, cause like I'm kind of like a mellow dude now, but I was going through like I don't know. I was listening to a lot of YoungBoy. I was listening to a lot of YoungBoy, but yeah, that happened. Oh, yeah, the solo. So I go from Ratchet Road Rat to Baby BNE. I don't know if you want me to go through how that name transition.
Yeah.
But Ratchet Road Rat. So another traumatic experience that happened May 7th, 2019. This is 10th grade, I think. Also, this is how I got my name. Actually, my cousin got killed. My cousin got murdered. My uncle's son. Like, if you ever hear like Strong say like Bubba Chuck, you know, as soon as Bubba Chuck get home, these fuck niggas in trouble. His son, like my cousin Lil Charles, King Chet, but he passed away May 7th, 2019. That happened, and they had like a neighborhood candlelight visual for like the people who died, like that was from the neighborhood. And my cousin asked me one day when she asked me who was out there. She was like, "What's your rap name today?" And I told her, cause I was going through a phase. And I told her, she was like, "What that mean?" And I was like, I don't know, I just like it. And she was like, "You got to come up with something better than that." So I just went home. I actually had took a picture by the tree that my cousin got killed at. And I went home that night, and I was looking at the picture, and I was just like, so BNE, that was my cousin and his homeboys, like his cousins or whatnot, that was they clique BNE, but they BNE stood for Boss Niggas Eat. And when I got home, I was like, I want to be Baby BNE. Like, I'm the youngest, like, out of them. I want to represent my cousin, like, it was like Baby BNE, but I don't want to say Boss Niggas Eat for my meaning. I don't know how, and I don't know what came to like my mind that made me think of beginning of a new era, but that's what I went with. So BNE stands for beginning of a new era. And pretty soon, like when I get older, I'm gonna drop Baby, and it's just gonna be BNE, but Baby BNE.
Can you touch on your cousin Lil Charles for a bit? Did y'all have a close relationship before he was murdered? Or is there anything you can say about him?
Yeah, like growing up we was close. Like he was my older cousin, so it wasn't like.
How many years difference?
He passed away when he was 20, and I was 15 or 16.
Okay, so it wasn't that major gap, but at that time, y'all two different.
Yeah, we like 4 or 5 years apart. Yeah, but what was the question you asked?
Now, just if you had like any memories of him, or if you was close.
Yeah, we was. Yeah, he was older, so it was like I had my older cousin, so it was Charles. He got his brother Bishop, which is my other older cousin, and then I got my cousin Peanut. That's his nickname. So then my grandma grandsons. There's some more of us now, but them was my grandma grandsons at the time, including me. But I'm the youngest one, so it's like them was like the big brothers, like I was looking at type shit. But I would see him when we would go like visit my Uncle Bubba, like when we would go visit my Uncle Bubba Chuck in prison. We would have like 2-3 hour road trips and stuff like that. I see him when we'll go to like grandma's house or something like that. Everybody at grandma's house, we'll see him. Like it was occasionally though, and it was crazy. Like the year he passed, I sent him something. Like when I first started, when I was Ratchet Road Rat, I sent him something. And he was like, "I like this look." He was like, "We gonna get into this year, like on some shit." And he passed. So then what I did was after he passed, I made a song about him, and I called it Chet Talk, and I wrote a whole song about him. And then I dropped the freestyle. I remember it was the last day of school of 10th grade, and I dropped the freestyle. I was in the car, and I posted it on Instagram, and that bit went crazy. Somebody posted it. I think one of his sisters posted it on Facebook. That was the first time like Pootie like had shared one of my shits. Like that was the first time I ever seen like Pootie repost or share one of my posts or something like that. Like, so it's like that's what it started at. And then later in the year, it's crazy. All this happened in 1 year. Like I lost my cousin and then piped up the same year. Like later in the months, I piped.
Later in the month or later in the year?
I mean, yeah, later in the year. Like he passed away in May, and I piped up like September. So it was like I don't even like thinking about it like that, but you always like be having a thing, and it'd be like things do happen for a reason. But I lost my cousin, and then like I gained something big, but it was like it's just crazy how life worked, honestly.
So you made a tribute song and I did a freestyle in memory of your cousin, and Pootie shared that.
Yeah, he shared it on Facebook. Yeah.
And from there, things took off, or was it already buzzing for you?
No, it wasn't buzzing because I had did my first show, I think, but that wasn't really nothing. I had performed one of me and my dogs like old songs that we had did in 10th grade. That was a team part. I opened up for Spot 'em Got 'em. Spot 'em Got 'em was performing at a party, and I opened up for him. And I remember when I was getting off stage, I think one of his bodyguards or something like that, they was like, "What's your name? What's your name, little bro?" And I told him I was Ratchet Rat at the time. He was like, "Keep going." I was like, "For sure." And then, like later in the year, I did this. What did it? I did Orlando. I did a New Generation Cipher. So they have this thing, or they had this thing where they was doing the West Orlando ciphers. Like all the OG like artists from Orlando was on them. And it's crazy because I had the idea first, but I don't think nobody ever like said. But I feel like I brought it to their like, you know, to their vision like everybody else. I feel like we should do like a New Generation cipher, like get all the young rappers in the city like on one type shit, and that's what they did. Shout out Longhead and Day Day, but they had did that, and it's crazy because when we did this cipher, I got brought to my engineer. That's how I got brought to my engineer. So they told us we was going to a studio, and we was like, all right, shit, bet. Like I think it was a Saturday or something like that. And we came to the studio, but the studio in the garage. So we pull up, we like, damn, where we at? Type shit. So we get out, we in that bed, and he like, y'all look kind of like curious, like y'all want to hear the quality? And we like, yeah. So he played some shit, and we went from there. We recorded the cipher. Whole time in the cipher, like I'm not smoking weed or nothing. Like I'm 16. I wasn't smoking weed or nothing then, but everybody else like smoking weed in the session. So I come out the booth and I snap. I do my verse. They like, damn, bro, snap, and he don't even smoke. Yeah, like shit. I was just going in that bit with like a fresh brain and bars, like. But that's what started off. We did the video to the cipher. That went crazy. That was my first music video. I shot that. I shot that in front of the neighborhood park. I shot that in front of Willie Mays Park, and I had like the Jitsus from the hood. I had them in the video and stuff like that.
Is that in Richmond Heights?
Yeah. What happened after that? After that, I became like a teen sensation. You can say that. I remixed Megan Thee Stallion Sex Talk. And I renamed it BNE Sex Talk. BNE Sex Talk. When I dropped this, so the story behind BNE Sex Talk, I had a girlfriend. I was dating this girl, and we started getting into it on Instagram and stuff like that. We weren't seeing eye to eye, so we started like doing teenage shit on Instagram. Then I got with another girl, like 2 weeks later. Like after me and her started talking, I started talking to another female. So I had wrote mind you, this first girl, she had took my virginity or whatnot. When she took my virginity, I wrote the first part of the song. That's when I start like, you experience life and you start like having more things to write about. So I started writing. I wrote the first part of the song. Get with the other girl, and then it's like she like showed me like I experienced more. So I finished the song. When I finished it, one of the bars at the end, I put both of their names. And I like, now I want to fuck on, some got born, like, and I put their names. And when I dropped the song, like, bro, around the school, I'm telling you, like, so I had a show coming up too. And within like 2 weeks, I'm like, I got to put something out, because I don't know what I'm going to perform at the show. So I'm going to drop this and I'm going to drop this. Bro, I dropped this song, bro, like within 2-3 weeks, like, gone, like, I perform at the show and they singing it word for word. And then after that show, I had another show like a month later, perform the same song or perform another song, and I performed that song. That was my first paid show. I got like $300 for that show.
How many people are at these shows, if you can kind of guesstimate?
I can't, cause it's like
They're saying
full of
your stuff
teens,
word-
but full of teenagers though.
But it's packed.
Packed out,
And
full
they
of
saying your
teenagers.
stuff word for word.
Word for word.
I know that has to make you feel like, damn.
Like early, like yeah, I can
You
do
the
it.
man.
Yeah, I'm here. I can do it. Like really
They put
early.
the battery in your back.
At 16 though, like
You
I'm in
still
high school. I'm in school, and so I start going. I went from that school that I was telling you about, the diverse school, and I started going to another school for like 2 months. I went to the school that I'm going to though. Like these were all my peers and stuff at like middle school classmates and everybody who know me on Instagram and whatnot. Man, I'm walking through the hallways like motherfuckers like singing my lyrics to me. Like I remember walking in first period. And I think I was taking a test or something, and I look at the corner of the desk, bro, like, they had, like, my show date written on the corner of the desk, bro, like, Baby BNE performing live, whatever date it was, like, I'm like, I don't know who wrote this, but, like, stuff like that happened in school. Like, you know how you don't dress out in PE, and you gotta sit, like, on the side? I'm sitting on the side with one of my homegirls, and it's a kid, like, sitting next to me. He got headphones on, though. And we just sitting, we talking. This man is literally like sitting next to me. I don't know if he knows me, but he's sitting next to me like singing my song like out loud. And I'm looking at him and I'm looking at her and I'm like, you hear him? And she laughing at me and I'm like, this man like sitting here right next to me. I don't know. He's not acknowledging me at all, but he just singing my song. So it was like, all this happened at 16. But then the Orlando Rap Tournament, like we was talking about, Orlando Rap Tournament happened, that was 17. But that's when I got the city, like, that was past the teenagers. That was like, I got everybody then.
So it transitioned from, or it blossomed from just the west side to the entire city?
You could say like, yeah, blossom from like the west side of full of like teenage love and all of that to like Central Florida. Central Florida.
That's bigger than Orlando.
Well, and I'll say that people do know my name like outside of Orlando. It's not really like just like the heart of Orlando, like East Orlando, like, you know, like outskirts of Orlando, a little piece. Like it was somebody from the hood who had went to a program or whatnot, like a jail program, and it was some dudes who hit me up one time. They were like, "Yo, look, what's the name?" Like he jammed your shit in the ground. He was telling us about you in the ground. Like we want to make some music with you and shit. These like niggas in jail, like listening to my shit, type shit. I even had somebody, I was at school one time, and this when I was going to the high school. They're like, yeah, bro, we be bumping your shit in the tent. I'm like, huh? Like niggas listening to my shit while they in jail.
That's crazy, man. You sitting at a desk, you see your concert written on the desk. You in gym, somebody next to you
singing my song.
People in jail want to collaborate with you.
This at 16, 17.
Your verse word for word at a concert, at a performance. Like, I know it has to be overwhelming. At that point, did you get the big head?
I don't think I never got the big head, honestly. What I did do was, I feel like I helped a lot of people out, as far as like boosting them up, like along with me. So I have a thing to where like I love to see other people win. So that shouldn't be a problem. That's not a problem. Like I love seeing others win. Like I'd be happy when I see like an artist from Florida or Orlando or something like make it. Like I be feeling like I don't feel like it's me or nothing, but you know I treat it like it's me.
For sure.
So that's what I was doing. Like I was treating other artists like they was me. Like that I was like,
you win, we all win.
Yeah, type shit. Like I was like combining and I was trying to collab shit, but I don't like it was going great, but it was like certain things just didn't like fall in place. And everything happened for a reason. You know, everybody still like they still did their thing. Everything. It was just like I think that's what I had messed up at. So
when you say you feel like you messed up, is it more so it was one-sided? Like you were showing the support and help, but it wasn't reciprocated?
No, I feel like
by you effed up? Like
certain things, just like so it was a situation where I was managed. Well, yeah, I was managed by like 2 DJs in Orlando. So shout out Africa Black and DJ Matty Ice. They was managing me when I was like 17. I had built like a name already. I built some traction already, so that's what made them like come in.
This is
like
after the tournament or before? Or around that time?
right after, maybe.
Okay.
Right after. And
Not to veer off, can you break down like for a second, like the viewers outside of Orlando watching this, like how big is the Orlando
Rap tournament.
Yeah.
Bro, it was like,
Paint
so
that
this was
picture.
something that went on when we was inside the house, like during COVID, and they was trying to create something that, like all the artists in the house, but how can we keep them like in the algorithm and everything like that? And that's what they did. They created the Orlando Rap Tournament, bro. It was like 200, 300 artists, like it was a lot of us. And every day they had like, not every day, but probably like every 2 days, they'll have like 4 battles posted up, like, and it was like process of elimination. So it was like you go through this like from the jump though, like you go against this person. All right, boom, y'all go vote on. They had 4 pages. You'll go vote on. They had Auntie Strings, shout out her. They had Afro Chapman. They had Orlando Media Group. They had Fourth Quarter TV. And you'll go on them 4 pages and you'll go vote. And
What are they voting? Or is it like y'all rapping against each other, or is it song for song? What's
battle. Yeah, you battling so you got one, it's just one round. You pick your beat, they get their beat. You got your minute video or whatever you got. They got their minute video or whatever they got. You can throw your shots or whatever. And some people wasn't throwing no shots at all. But it was like everybody was doing their thing. But the ones that got interesting was the ones that was throwing the shots. Like these are like the memorable ones, like that you'll go off top and you'll think like Orlando Rap Tournament. Like you thought about Loose Cannon Takeoff and Tony Boy Battle. That was like, that was great. That was great. You had Dave from the Grave. Shout out, bro. You had Dave from the Grave and Richie Rich. That was hard. You had me and Juju Osborne. That was. I ain't gonna lie, bro killed me. I ain't gonna lie. But I tried my best. But like I was messing with like, I ain't know what I was messing with a dog at the time, bro. Bro, a dog. I ain't gonna lie. Like a real like lyricist, like getting deaf and shit like that. He killed me lyrically. I ain't But yeah, that was good. That was good for the culture. I came in second place in that at 17. Like out of all these artists, like 200, 300 artists, and I came in second place against Juju Osborne. But yeah, that was great.
So when the tournament happened, like, so what's the end result? Do you get like some type of deal or some type of management, or did they hit you with some money, like, or it's just for fun, just for competition?
It was supposed to be some prizes, but honestly, I was thankful for the exposure because I was getting followers like out the crazy. I was getting crazy buku like every day, like, and I was just having so many people was tapping in. Like that's how a lot of people like started to know me too. Like Tony Boy first time posting me on his Instagram, he was like, "What y'all think about Lil Bro?" It was one of my freestyles from the Orlando Rap tournament. I was sitting on the stairs, no shirt, purple do-rag, thugging it, rapping off the phone, and what beat I did? It was one of them old beats. No, I did that Uchi Wally.
Oh, the Uchi Wally?
Yeah, I did that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bravehearts, Nas and Braveheart.
I did that.
For sure. Yeah, I was just curious, but to get back on track, so the tournament, then you said the management, so that's where you was at.
Okay, my bad.
No, I had took you off course just so you would explain to them what the tournament was.
Yeah. Africa and DJ Matty Ice, they started managing me when I was 17. So with them, I'm not gonna lie, like they got me right. My first time on the radio, like with them, I was on the radio at 17.
That's
with
dope.
them. I opened up for Rod Wave. Opened up for 2C. Yeah, like they just had me in the mix. I ain't gonna lie.
Good looks, yeah.
Yeah, I freestyled the Bobby Fish scale like on camera. Yeah, like really had me. They had me outside. Ain't gonna
Shout
lie.
out to Bobby Fishkill, man. He said Rod Wave and Tusi.
Open up for Rod Wave. You know Rod Wave Shooting Star music video. So if you go back to that song Shooting Star, the video, if you watch like his performance night, that was when he was in at the Orlando Fairgrounds, and that was the night we performed.
That's dope. When you are opening up for these artists, do you get an opportunity to brush shoulders or brush shoulders with them, or are they in their zone? You know what I'm saying? And kind of like,
You know what's funny? Like, it was crazy because I could have brushed shoulders with him. So I performed with another artist as well. She brushed shoulders with him. Like, she actually got to meet with him. I was standing next to her when she got to meet him. But it was like, she got introduced by whoever she was with, like whoever we was with. But they, you know, threw her, yeah, type shit. So it was like, that's what happened. But ain't no hate, you know. Everything happened for a reason. Like, that man gonna see me one day. Like, he gonna see me again. Like, whoever great that, like, I feel like I be seeing, like, and I can't get to him, but somebody else got him, and I can't, you know, you don't wanna, it's cool.
man, hold on, man. So, you buy Rod Wave,
Literally. Like, he like, where you at?
and the chick who you performing with gets introduced to him, and you right next to her, but they just leave you hanging. So why didn't you speak up for yourself and introduce yourself?
Cause I don't think I knew better at the time. Like, I wasn't thinking. I'm young at the time, so it was like, in my mind, I'm literally thinking like, damn. But then again, I ain't thinking like how I'm thinking now. Like, right now, what? Probably like walked up to bro, like, introduce myself. Like, I don't mean to disturb you or nothing, bro, but I'm 17. I ain't thinking that. It's like, I'm thinking, damn, nigga, you not gonna introduce me? Type shit. Like,
Did that affect your relationship with the person at 17?
no, not really, cause I still had to like understand that like business be business. People really be doing stuff to like. It really be feeling like every man for themselves. It don't have to be, but it be like that in certain scenarios. So like with that, I just took it for what it was, whatever. Yeah. And then again, it was like they like got pulled too.
Oh, okay.
So it was like I was just trying to accept. I wasn't trying to do too much.
No, for sure. But I can only imagine like you learning from that, and if you was around any artists after that, you probably took the initiative to introduce yourself to them though.
Like with me, like I'm a genuine person. Like, so if that was me, I'ma just whoever I'm with, this us. Come on, like all three of us, whatever. All of us here. But and that's why I feel like back to where I feel like I messed up at. That's what they felt like I messed up at. So Africa and Maddie, they was like, I was doing like certain things with like certain artists, and they was just like, bro, we feel like you're doing too much type shit. You're not listening to us, really. And it was like,
that's what they told you?
Basically, like everybody, and it wasn't just them, it was like other people like around Orlando, I guess, that they seen me with them too. They was feeling like the same way. I don't know how that message got like across, or everybody just thought about the same thing about me, but that's what a lot of that was a lot of what everybody was saying. Like, I wasn't listening, so that's where a lot of it just went like downhill from there. And then I like switched the sound up. Like, I had this certain way I was rapping. When I first like started. Not when I first started, but like, yeah, when I first came in or introduced myself to Orlando, I had this certain sound. So when I wanted to like learn and like play with this pocket and play with this pocket and see what I could do, like how far I can go with the range, it was like they weren't really
receptive to it.
Yeah, they weren't really like attracted to it. So it just started to die down.
Like when you going from somebody that's receiving like the love in your school, you going to perform, you know what I'm saying, you around, you opening up for major artists like that, and then it starts to die down. Like, already mentioning that you done overcame like personal traumatic experiences, and you still like battling through that. You like you fragile at 16, 17. Like, how does that affect you mentally and just personally? Considering that your career, the trajectory, it ain't like how you was expecting or you was hoping it would go. You know what I'm saying? After a certain period of time,
it messed me. I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of setbacks. Like after that, I went through a lot. Like just after that, like it was just a lot. Like life just started like kicking my ass. Like I felt like damn, like I lost that. Like I lost everything, type shit. So it was just like I'm still fighting to get everything back, but I feel better than I did when I first lost it, type shit. Cause when I first lost it, I was like sick, kind of like know what to do. It's like I just felt like blocked out. I'm like, damn, like what am I doing wrong? Like, is it me? And yeah, like I probably was. I'm gonna say I was like holding myself back. I was putting myself in like certain situations that I didn't have to like be in, like as far as like relationships and stuff, just like doing stuff. And I just feel like I was just setting myself back, really, like life-wise. When I could have been, say, if I ain't spend this money on this chick or some shit, I could have put this shit like towards this piece of content that I needed, or towards this piece of equipment that I needed to get.
Studio time or
yeah,
something.
stuff like that. Like just doing shit. But all of it be life lessons though. So like this last year, like 2023, kicked my ass. But it was like towards the end of the year, a certain situation happened too, with an Instagram live with it was Africa, it was DJ Matty Ice, the two DJ
managers.
Yeah, the managers. It was P.I. Bang. He's the only. So P.I. Bang is you would say is the only dude like in Central Florida or like Orlando with a label, like a label for real. He got Cut'em Reese. That's who Cut'em Reese under. So it's like they was all on the lot, and H Dot. H Dot is like a big figure too.
In Orlando?
Yeah. But they was all on live, and they had like a 5-minute conversation about me.
About you?
Yeah, about me.
Take us back to that.
So they was having a conversation about like what could change in Orlando, like what could we do to change like how Orlando is, like unity wise and everything. And I think they was having a conversation about how artists like be with DJs and everything. And I was in the comments, I was having my inputs or whatnot. I don't even think it was just about like how they be with DJs. It was about how like artists should be on paperwork when they work with DJs or something like that. And it was like I was in the comments, one of them seen my name. P.I. Bang was like, name me an artist who like got turned up by a DJ or something like that, or like turned up signed with a DJ. I wasn't signed to them. I never signed no paperwork or anything, but I was committed to
A handshake.
Yeah, like I was committed to my situation with them. And P.I. Bang, he was on the line. He was just like, who? Like they said my name, and it was like Baby BNE, like he right there. And it was like, who? Like name a Baby BNE record. Like he's not turned up, bro. Like he's not turned up, type shit like that. But there was like, he was like, name a Baby BNE record. It was like, right now I can't tell you, but like 2 years ago, like you can't say like he wasn't turned up. It's like he had the teens on lock and all that shit like that, and all of that really helped me. Really, like I don't want nobody to feel like I be sitting here like when my last 2 interviews I done spoke on this situation with Bane that happened on the live. Really, like ain't no hate or nothing. Really, like I appreciate them for having that conversation, because I was really like going through something like mentally, and that was like a dark space and dark time. So like going through that, and them even mentioning me like for 5 minutes just like lit a fire under me that I felt like I had lost or something, or it was hidden somewhere, and it just came out. And since then, like what I've been producing out like music wise and everything, it's just like you feel the fire.
Man, when they were saying that you weren't turned up, did you get emotional? Did you respond kind of crazy in the comments, or did you make like any little diss videos or respond to anything like that? You just took it like, okay, this is. I mean, Were they being? You think it was just real talk? That was their opinion.
It
like
was
you
real.
ain't popping. You weren't popping.
Yeah, I ain't get mad or nothing. But what I did was like, they fueled that fire. So what I did was I was in that singing bag. Like, I was in that singing bag at first, but that made me want to like. I had to get a message across. So I really rapped. Like that was the first song where I like got back to really rapping.
Ain't no diss songs or nothing like that.
What I did was I cut up what Bane said in the live and put it at the beginning of the song.
I got you.
And I flipped Duffel Bad Boy. And one of my dogs sampled that for me, and I made Say Today. So Say Today, P.I. Bang response. I ain't never get to do no video for it. I don't know if I would. I probably would, but cause the song dope. But that's out. Yeah.
Man, I want to take a step back, man. So, Florida, like when you think about the rap game right now, like the newer generation, you know, like ATL, they done had it in a chokehold for years. You saw Chicago doing their thing. Detroit, they got a run going right now. But it seems like it's a lot of artists coming from different pockets of Florida. Mm-hmm. You know, and Orlando in particular has produced like a handful of people that have gained a major buzz, especially online, you know, partially because some of the antics or the beef, you know what I'm saying, but also because of the music. Mm-hmm. Like, did you have relationships or got relationships with any of them, like the Hotbois or the Pooties or the Glock 9, so on and so forth in Orlando, bro?
So the closest, like the tightest relationship I had with any other like artists like that of that caliber, like Hot was like my favorite. So I've been listening to Hotboii since he was 16. Like I was in 7th grade and I was listening to him when he was like in high school. So I've been knew about Hotboii. But it was one morning, like this is after I started dropping music and everything, I became Baby BNE. 3 o'clock in the morning, like I wake up in the middle of the night, like all the time, like every day. But I woke up that night and I checked Instagram. It said, it's Hotboii 438 started following you. And then he texted me. He was like, yo, he's like, where you from, little bro? And I told him, I hit him back. He ain't hit me back like for some days, but he had went live like the next couple of days, and they was like, he was doing a talent show or whatnot. So they started sending it to me. They was like, you need to get on here, like you need to rap. So I think his phone had died, and he seen me on there. He was like, stay online, little bro, like I'ma add you type shit. He was like, I know you gonna snap. So I get on that bit, I rap to him one time. I get off, he let whoever go. He like, hey, Willa Brad, like I need him back on here. So I go in there again, snap again, and then at the end of the live, he was like, I ain't gonna lie, just snap. And Rico was in the booth with him too.
Somebody call you and shit, they see you on live. And I'm trying to bag $1 billion like I'm signed with the baby. My nigga told him if I dare you to try go down like the basement. He ain't fucking with me. I guess he ain't feeling my cadence. First it was pressure, now it ain't. You niggas really be shady. Trying to knock him off the mouth. For the arts, it ain't gravy. No, I was born in the 90s, bitch, I'm the new generation. Now I'm popping, folks be coming around, I'm new to these faces. I ain't smelling none of you niggas. Baby, new to your fragrance. I want to stack 100 racks, trying to be new to these savers. Free do want my nigga back in, that shit really song. All this internet thugging that you be doing be none. Say you thugging, in reality, you really gon' run. Cause if they grip you and whoop the nigga you done. Say y'all know how to dog, and now I did it without the sun. Put some heat into the heater, done and toasted his bun. I put a period before that nigga finish his sentence. And to be real, you niggas try. I see no competition. If you feel some type of way, you and your niggas come with it. Could be in me, I'm bringing heat. I bet you fuck nigga feel it. Got to be like I done put the key up in the ignition. When I finish, gotta find a whip, I fuck up the engine. Praying on my downfall, these niggas really be wishing just like the opposition. I be chilling, minding my business.
Like this went hot. Like he was getting like 100 views. He was just about to pop off. Like this right before he popped off. He was like, I ain't gonna lie, like this is what you do when you get on my live and you show your ass. Like just got him like a feature. We ain't never get to do our song, but that shit would have been crazy. And you know, like for a long time after that, they wanted that like so bad, like that song. They wanted like just us to work together so bad. And then he told me he wanted me to be like the first artist. Like when he did get his feet wet and when he got right in the game, he wanted me to be the first artist he had signed to his label. Like I would have loved that. That would have been hard for sure. That would have been something great for Orlando though.
Oh, for sure, man. And so the song hasn't manifested to this point. I mean, it ain't over yet. I know
it ain't over. Right now, I really free hot. I ain't gonna lie, free hot. Yeah. I really pray like that's still something like that's still like a milestone on my list that I would want to accomplish or get done. Cause that's somebody else. That's just like a feature with Wayne, like a feature with Hot, like that's like a feature with Wayne, like them two features I would really want.
So yeah, we back rolling, man. We took a brief intermission, but so you was talking about as far as like collaborations, Hotboii out of Orlando would be a dope collaboration, just like Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Because you said that was your favorite artist, or still is your favorite artist overall. Right. Bro, speaking of Orlando rappers in particular, you know, talking about somebody like Hotboii, you talk about the Glock 9s, the Pooties. You know, at one point in time, they was in. Oh, it's been like a beef, you know what I'm saying, or some type of friction that's been attached to them, man. Like, what do you feel about the rap beef overshadowing the actual music when it comes to Orlando, especially when the music, the eye is on them, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of taken away from the actual, you know, creativity.
It does that. It did that. But then again, it had brought like a lot of, that's what had brought the eyes too. So it was like it wasn't confusing. It was kind of weird at a time. Like 2020, like 2021, that was like a weird time for like Orlando. It was like a time that we had like never experienced, like our age or my age group or something like that. That was like a weird time for us. But music-wise, we did get some good music throughout it. But then again, like our top 3 artists, like we had lost like the connection, or they lost their connection, so it like hurt us. So like, say if that didn't happen, that would have like opened more doors for artists like me behind them.
Oh, for sure.
So, like coming up.
Man, speaking of Orlando rap, too, I interviewed an artist recently, a minute ago from Orlando named Tatted Jit, and during our conversation, he spoke on there being a lack of unity. I mean, Armstrong said the same thing. It's a lack of unity, but when we shared the clip on Instagram, and it went crazy. Like it received a certain type of reaction that supported what he was saying. More so saying like they'll bring artists from other cities, you know what I'm saying, to Orlando and blow them up, pay them, put money in their pocket, promote their songs on the radio when they got so many talented artists locally that they can show that same support. But then it was people in the comments saying, y'all really understand how business works. You know, these people that we bringing in from these other cities is actually putting people in them in venues. Clubs. Is actually, you know, got hit songs that's buzzing, not just in Orlando, but, you know what I'm saying, other places as well. Unlike, you know, local artists who may just be buzzing in their own little section but not have no real deal following like that. But like, what's your thought on, you know, people saying there's no real unity in the city, dog? When it comes to the music scene.
Unity, it really isn't no unity. I wish it was. Like, if it was unity, it would have been way better. But like what we just said, like the 3 mainstream artists that we had, like they lost their connection together. So that probably made Orlando like lose the connection. But Orlando been like that for a long time. Like way before my time. But now it's just like a lot of artists just going through it. But then again, I feel like it's a way through it. I just feel like I don't know. Sometimes it's confusing. Sometimes it's a roller coaster. But like, if you really want it that bad, like you just gotta like push through like all the bullshit. Honestly, that's what I'm doing.
Do you reach out to a lot of other artists, like a lot of your peers, to collaborate, or you should stay in your own lane?
I don't mind collaborating, but I don't want to just be like on anything. Like a lot of rappers from here, like I love to collab with like a handful of artists here, but majority of them just like be saying like anything. So like I really wouldn't make. I really can rap. Like I really could do like whatever I need to do. But it was like, I don't know. It just don't go. It just don't go.
Man, being a versatile artist, like you said, you can jump into different types of bags. How challenging is it for you, you know what I'm saying, to keep a following going if you're not just going along with what's hot, what's catchy, what's working, you know, that monkey see, monkey do route, you know, which is so easy to do. like I heard somebody say like a lot of people trying to rap like a Boss Man D-Lo or something now because they see that sound is working. Like you not necessarily following that trend per se, like to use that as your actual sound. Like how challenging is that for you? Like being unique, being different.
Actually, like, I love it. Like, personally, it made me feel good. Like, that I don't sound like the next person. But it hurts me. It don't really hurt me, but it, like, it's just a market. Like, it don't fit this market or whatever market is in Orlando or, like, where I'm from. Like, it's like I'm so versatile. And then it's like a core fan base thing, too. Like, I don't have that yet. So it's like, once you build that, and then, like, you get them what they want, whatever. All right, we got this. And then you can try to, like, expand and, like, flip it. But I never, like, got to really build that. So it was like I gave them this, and then I gave them that. And then it was like, damn, like, I don't know. Like, we don't know where you going type shit. So it's, like, kind of, I don't know. And a lot of people like a lot of certain type of music, certain type of style of music. And I don't really be on that, like, all the time. Like, I could switch it. So it's, like, maybe that's where I lose the connection with the consumer. But then again, if you like good music, shit, I make good music. So I just make good music.
Do you feel like it's a situation where you may have to relocate to take off? Is that what a lot of Orlando artists have to do, to kind of go to a different area?
I be feeling like that. Like my sound like Atlanta or somewhere, like it just give off that kind of swag or something like that. But then again, like, I know I could be a star anywhere, but here it's like, I don't know. Like Hot, like, left and came back. I said this before. Like, Hot left, came back with it. Like, Pootie left came back with a situation. Glock left, came back with a situation. Like, maybe I gotta leave, come back with a situation. I don't know. Or maybe not. Shit, you can't forget where you come from, but you just want to elevate. And, like, Orlando got, like, a lot of bad energy, so it's like, you don't want to. I don't know.
Man.
That was a lot of things. Another thing too, like, they would come back and, like, be in their, like, communities, like, where they from. Not like saying that's a problem, but it just be like, you still you back in what you try to get out of type shit.
And they can kind of take that like you trying to floss on them.
Yeah. Like, stunning shit.
Man, you made a song called Sundown. And in the video, it's a body with a white sheet over it with blood. You know, you on the outside looking in, you think a place like Orlando is popular for the tourist attraction, but like you mentioned earlier, like West Orlando, it's notorious. Like, why take that approach? I mean, you talk about it in the song, like, your city, you know what I'm saying, it ain't safe after sundown. Your city, people, they looking for the smoke. They want the smoke.
They want all the smoke.
Like, man, how have you gotten into some sticky situations, some crazy situations throughout the years, man? Like,
regarding to that, like, that made me, like, that influenced that song. Really, no. It was just, like, a lot of what I seen. Like, I done seen it before. Like tragedy. Like, it was like a message. Like, growing up, like, I know a lot of people like that got killed and everything like that, died in a traumatic way, and that was just like showing you, like, what goes on, like, where I'm from, type junk. Like, a lot of people do have different perspectives on Orlando. Like, you do got the Disney, you do got the East Orlando, you got the West Orlando, but, like, West Orlando, like, it's like a dog, like, it's like a dog world type, You have your parts, your skirts where you feel like, but we grew up here, so it's like, but now it don't feel the same. So it's like a lot of us trying to relocate anyway.
Is it worse than it was now?
Like, I feel like it's worse now. 2020 and 2021 was the worst.
Okay.
It's still bad, but
down.
Growing up, it was great. Like, we could go outside and we could, like, play on our bikes and stuff like that. Ain't got to worry about, like, a kid getting hit or anything like that. Like, or you could walk down the street and feel safe. Like, can't feel like that no more. or you got to be on your P's, or you can't. A big got to go everywhere with it. Going to a restaurant with the ski mask on, bitch. You can't even eat. Like,
Are you joking or are you serious?
I don't know about the restaurant, but like malls and stuff like that, yeah, for sure. Corner stores and stuff like that, yeah. Ski up.
Man, that's crazy, man. I spoke to somebody. They was telling me at one point in time, Orlando was like in the top 25 when it came
like,
to like murders, just violent crimes. He said it'll calm down more so recently, but that's not promoted obviously because it's a major tourist attraction. But you can, venture off outside of them little tourist spots and end up in some crazy situations, man. There's a lot of people going through stuff, a lot of poverty, a lot of gun violence, so on and so forth, that just the average person who don't stay down here would know about.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's good that you really didn't fall victim to nothing like that. You said you witnessed it, but you personally been able to maneuver, and still been able to overcome, your personal battles, and you still pursuing your music. So you ain't really let it get you to the point where you just threw in the towel.
Yeah. I never gave in, like, even how hard it got with the music, like, it still be hard, but it be like, I just be pushing through, Like, sometimes you do be, I done said to my mom before, I'm like, Mom, I don't think I want to do this no more. And then she just like, God just using you as a blessing in disguise right now. Like, you just gotta, cause like I was saying, like, I don't work with other artists, but other artists done, like, and I'm still like trying to claw that wall type shit, but it's like a blessing in disguise. Like, my time will come. It's just like, I'm like a hidden gem or something.
For sure. No, for sure. Nah, baby BNE, dog, it's been dope chopping it up with you, man. Let the viewers know what's on the radar for the remainder of 2024. I know you said you took a little break, but you back to dropping the songs. I guess you're going to get on the visuals, put the projects out, but just let them know, man, what to be on the lookout for, bro.
Definitely, like, a lot of, like, more content, but, like, when I say more content, like, I'm trying to, like, get more in depth, like, with showing my, like, experience, like, showing my life, like, behind the scenes, just, like, life stories, motivation, everything, like, I want to inspire people. Getting that out, a lot of more music. I'm still working on my project right now, Danger Zone, but I want to drop a lot of all this music that I've been holding and everything. I'm just ready to, like, drop that. Yeah, for show visuals, some features and all of that. More blessings. More blessings. Whatever God got in store. I can't really speak for the whole 24, but I know, like, it's just full of opportunities and more doors opening.
And I do want to ask you this. Why title it Danger Zone? Is that a specific section of Orlando, or, like, what's the meaning behind that?
No, it's just like, that's just like the mode that I've been in, like, the last couple of months. Like, with that fire, like, under my feet, the kind of music I've been making, it just make it, like, not saying, like, it's like danger or anything. It's just like a fire, like a fuel. So it's just like, in the way I'm rapping, the way I'm saying it, the way I'm expressing it, like, you feel it. I don't know. Danger Zone, just, yeah.
No, for sure. If they want to do any business, want to, get up with you on social media and all of that, like, how can they get in contact with you?
Baby BNE on all platforms. My Instagram, baby.bne. Yeah, Baby BNE on everything, though. And I'm open to anything. I'm ready to work, ready to lock in with everybody. Any interviews, any collabs, all of that. So, yeah.
No, for sure. And just, I know I keep saying lastly, any words, a game you can drop to the youngsters tuning in, man. You're a young brother yourself, as far as, like, just navigating life. Like you said, you don't experience certain traumatic things. You don't fought through the mental wars and so on and so forth. You still pushing. Like, any game you can drop on anybody tuning in who may be going through their own little struggles or battles, dog.
Uh, like reading help. Like I like reading, so like really like reading and like sharpening your mind like while you're young. That'd be good too. So like we just need to sharpen. We all just need to sharpen our minds. Like reading. Everybody be like on demon time and everything now, but it's like nobody like know God or like got God. I don't want to get like religious or anything, but like you can connect with like whoever you believe in, and just like I don't know, bro. You just ain't got to be like a follower. Like you could lead your line. Like you ain't got to do what the next man do or act how the next man act. Yeah, try some different music too. Like listen to some different music, cause like it's like the music that everybody listening to now is like poisoning or like influencing everybody brain like in a different way or like a bad way. So it's like I don't know, niggas need to soften up. Not niggas, but like this for the kid. Not even just kids. Like my age group, everybody like soften up. Like listen to some different music. Like I think everybody just need to like get out of their like comfort zone and try different things, try new things.
That's 100, man. Oh, well, man, once again, bro, I appreciate you chopping up with a humble soul, man. It's definitely was a pleasure to hear your story, man. Until we connect again, man.
For
you know
sure,
what I'm saying?
brother.
100, dog.
Appreciate you for having me. Hey, long live King Chet, free Bubba Chuck.
For sure.